Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. So check out what we got here for this video. This is the Wheeler Pro trigger gauge. It's a digital gauge, and what the most impressive thing about this is it has, well, 0 to 12 pound range. If you got a trigger over 12 pounds, you probably got a problem. But the accuracy, it says 0.5% accuracy, precision load cell. But check this out. So you open up the box. I just opened this to put the batteries in it. They quality test this. They tested it at 3 pounds. It read at 3.00 pounds. They tested it at 5. It read at 5.00. So they calibrated this or whatever quality control at the factory, and they did again at 9 pounds, and it measured at 9.01. So super accurate. But again, a big shout out to my buddy Chris. He sent this in for us to use, and it's going to be in a bunch of videos. So it's pretty self-explanatory. All I did was just take it out of the box and put the batteries in it. But you hit the power button, boom, and you got a reading. You can change it from pounds to kilograms. It saves and can do your averages and the mins and the maxes and all that. So it's a pretty high-tech little rig. But for this video, we're going to have some fun testing out trigger pull weights on a bunch of yours and mine favorite bing bangs, and it's going to be a hoot. First of all, we're going to go ahead and get into one of the most interesting ones. This is my recently acquired Remington VSSF with a jewel trigger that I did not put in. I got it like this. Lightest trigger I have ever witnessed in my entire life. By the way, we're going to end this video by me doing the trigger on my Barrett 50 BMG. That thing, it is not light. I would guess that the Barrett's probably 5. But like I said, we're going to do some interesting ones and see what happens. Some of these will be adjustable triggers, some of them won't. But y'all put a guess on this thing and see what it's going to read. I'm going to guess 0.4 ounces. This might be so light it doesn't even read. I don't know. Oh! 0 pounds, 6 ounces. That's crazy. Let's do it again. 0 pounds, 6 ounces. 6.7 ounces. This is 1000% the lightest trigger I have. Woo! 6.7 ounces again. So 6 ounces. We're not going to get any lighter than this. Let me set this somewhere. It's getting too cramped in here. So let's check out another one. This one, very similar to that. That was a Remington 700 VSSF, by the way, in 220 Swift. I think I forgot to mention that. This is a Remington 700. I got the same day as that. Shout out to Tollivers. Found both of these for me. Remington 700 Sendero in 264 Win Mag. Pretty cool. Triple check. This one's got nothing in it. This has got a good crisp trigger, but it is not a 6 ounce trigger. Let me tell you that. I'm going to guess 2 for this one. It's a good trigger. Come on, man. You got the safety on. It ain't going to work with the safety. I pulled it to 5 pounds and I was like, that ain't right. 2 pounds, 4 ounces. 2 pounds, 4 ounces. So, where did I guess 2? I was pretty close on that. Let's do it again. I'm not going to do all these 100 times, but just for the sake of... Oh, that one, it said 1 pound, 8 ounces. So, under 2 pounds. That's a big difference. That moved like a pound on the trigger pull. Let me make sure I'm doing it at the same spot here again. 1 pound, 13 ounces. That's kind of jumping all over the place. And that's lighter than I thought it was. Yeah, 1 pound, 13 ounces. There was like 3 or 4 readings under 2 pounds. So that's a good trigger, especially for a hunting rig. Man, yeah, that breaks clean. Remington 700 Sendero. Oh, I love it. But let's grab a whole bunch more real quick. Just picked this one up the other day. This is a Winchester Model 70 Super Grade Mule Deer Edition. Only one of 129 made. Someday I'm going to get this out to the range. For now, it's just sitting here looking pretty. But this is also in 264 Win Mag, a little bit more oddball these days. Now this trigger, definitely a different trigger. I don't have much experience with the Winchesters. And I'd say that's got to be at 3 to 4 pounds on this thing. I don't even know if these are adjustable. Like I said, I have little experience with the Winchesters. I would assume they are, but I don't know. Make sure to zero that out. 3 pound 9 ounces. Let's try again. 3 pound 9 ounces. That's pretty good when you can duplicate it. That Remington was jumping around. 3 pound 11 ounces. So 3.5, a little bit more than 3.5 on that one. That thing's nice. Comment down below if you want me to load this thing up and get it to the range. All right, which one is this? This is my CVA Scout in 444 Marlin. I tell people all the time, these are very affordable, and you would be surprised at how good the triggers are on these. Woo! I love it. Now, I'm going to guess this one, a shade under 3 pounds. Whoa! Guys, 1 pound, 11 ounces. People don't believe me when I say these triggers are phenomenal in these CVA Scouts. 1 pound, 14 ounces. So that's under a 2 pound trigger that you get in these Scouts. You might not think that these CVAs, 1 pound, 14 again. You might not think that these CVA Scouts are like precision dudes, but they really are. They're single flingers. You only get one in there. But the trigger that you get in these is amazing. There you go, under 2 pounds. This one is very, very nice. Let me show you the whole thing. This is a Stag Arms Pursuit. This one's in 308. I absolutely love it. Heavy barrel, fluted barrel, threaded barrel. Bag rider, came with Arca rail. Everything about this I love. And these have a nice flat trigger from the factory. Now you see this one has a slot for easy access to that bolt. I did adjust this one a little bit to how I liked it. Triple check this one. Yeah, that's a good trigger, y'all. Woo! I had a Zerotech scope on this, and I had to rob it for another project. But I've got another scope coming to put on this thing. I'm going to guess this one's under 2 pounds, too. 1 pound, 15 ounces is what I have it set at. Now, I did adjust this one. All the others I've done so far, I have not touched. But this one I did adjust. It's so easy to adjust it. Why not turn it all the way down? 1 pound, 9 ounces on that break. 2 pounds 6. That can't be right. Now there's some variability depending on exactly where I grab it on this thing, but I'm trying to do it the same way every time. 1 pound 12 ounces. So there was 3 readings under 2 pounds. Stag Pursuit. That thing is sweet. I'm gonna grab another one. All right, so this is my brand new, not brand new, I got it secondhand, but new to me. Savage Model 12 F-Class in 6.5 284 Norma. Now this thing has a Savage target action in it, and this is the factory trigger from Savage. Let me triple check this. I haven't even had this one to the range yet, but this trigger is adjustable down to 6 ounces, but I haven't touched it. If I had to guess, it's probably right at a pound maybe. Let me try it. Oh, that's less than a pound, I think. I don't think it's quite as light as that Remington 700 220 Swift, but it's light. 1 pound, 1 ounce, it says. Let's try that again. £1 pound, 3 ounce. Try it one more time. 1 pound, 3 ounce again. So I'm probably going to turn that down a little bit just because we can. This thing's heavy. Grab another one. Now, if you haven't seen my videos on any of this stuff, definitely go check them out. This one, I've been doing some videos on these. This is the Savage 110 Trail Hunter. These Trail Hunters come with heavier than normal barrels, threaded barrels, and it's green stock. This one I bought in 300 Winchester short mag because I wanted the most boogie out of a short action, so I got the 300 short mag. Now this, let me check it. This does have an adjustable trigger, but I have not adjusted it. This has the Savage Accu trigger in it. Have not adjusted it. This is right out of the box. I'm going to say that's probably near 3 pounds, maybe 2 3/4 or so. That might be 3. But again, for a good hunting rig, that's probably good. I might adjust it a little lower and just see what happens. But for out of the box, I got crazy good groups with this thing. 110 Trail Hunter. See how good my guessing's getting. 3 pounds. My guess was close. Y'all see that? 3 pounds, 2 ounces. I have another one. Be interesting to test. Let me test the same thing in 6.5 Creedmoor, and we'll see what it was out of the box. That's 3 pound, 5 ounces. So shade over 3 pounds for the 110 Trail Hunter out of the box. Let's grab my 6.5 Creedmoor. So here we go. This is my 110 Trail Hunter in 6.5 Creedmoor. Exact same thing. It's just a 6.5 Creedmoor. Check this. These I have had to the range. So this one, same thing. Incredible group. Some of the best groups I've gotten out of a hunting rig. Reset this. Well, let me just feel it. Feels heavier than that other one. I think this one's going to be about 4 pounds or so. Again, this is an adjustable Accu trigger, but I didn't touch it from when I got it out of the box. Definitely heavier. 3 pound, 14 ounces. So about a ½ pound heavier than my 300 short mag in the same rig. Try it again. Yeah, 3 pound, 15. So about a ½ pound heavier on that trigger. Now this one, that one definitely could be lightened, especially in a 6.5 Creedmoor. Yeah, I like this thing. 24 zoomies. Woo! Let me grab some more that you might want to see. And I keep thinking I'm going to end this video, then I keep thinking of ones that I want to test quick. So if you don't see something in this video, definitely request it in the comments down below. And I'll try to do another one just so you guys can see it. But this is CVA's Long Range Hunter. CVA Cascade Long Range Hunter. It has the adjustable cheek piece. A bunch of you guys have been asking me about these. This one got good groups. If I recall, 6.5 PRC, like a 0.4 inch group or so. Let's test it out. I think that's going to be about a 3 pounder. Let's see. See how good I'm getting at guessing these. 2.8. These are adjustable as well, if I'm not mistaken, but I did not touch this one out of the box. 2.10. So out of the box, this CVA Cascade, about 2.5. It might be interesting. This is a Savage Axis 2 with the Accu trigger. This one is actually a Savage Axis 2 XP because you get the Accu trigger and the combo Bushnell scope. So Axis 2 XP. Let's try it here. Out of the box. That's not a bad trigger right out of the box. Again, these can be adjusted too, but I have not touched this one. It's probably just a shade under 3 pounds, I'm going to guess. Savage Accu trigger. 2.11. Hey, I like that. 211. Hunting rig, you might not want to go a whole lot lower. 2.8. 2.5 pound trigger out of the box. Savage axis. Well, that one went 3.6. Let me try this one last time. Yeah, 214. So 2 and some change on the Savage axis out of the box. Now, we could sit here and do this all day. I'm going to do 2 more. 1 more, and then I'm going to do my favorite Barrett 50 BMG. This one, everyone loves to hate these, but you know what? I love them. And if you've asked me about them, all I can speak is my experience. The Mossberg Patriots. So this is in 7 PRC, and this thing gets crazy good groups, better than 1/2 inch, like almost same whole groups. It's Mossberg Patriot 7mm PRC, long barrel, fluted barrel, threaded barrel. I actually picked this one up in Louisiana. The guy said, "I bet you don't have a 7 PRC." I said, "Actually I do, but what you got?" And he said, "Mossberg Patriot," and they're cheap. So he twisted my arm to pick this thing up. Now, what's the trigger like in this one? I've also had a Mossberg Patriot in 308. It gripped good as well. So, again, some people hate the Mossberg Patriots and had a bad experience. My experience with 2 of them was nothing but good. Even has a fluted bolt, so it's a smooth bolt. Check it out. Ooh, it's got a lightning bolt in the trigger. I did not realize that. What's this one set at? I'm going to have to go around 3 pounds again. Good trigger, good crisp trigger. .32. I'm getting good at guessing these. Try this one again. 213. Under 3. So my guess of 3 is hovering right around that. 214. Not bad. And again, I hadn't adjusted any of these with the exception of that that Stag. I definitely did adjust that one. But I told you I'd do the Barrett 50 at the end of this video. Let me go grab it. Alright, now I told you at the beginning of the video, and that thing's dirty, isn't it? Somebody needs to clean this thing. But yeah, I told you at the beginning of the video I'd get out the Barrett. This thing is 30 pounds. This is a Barrett M99 in 50 BMG. Got a Zero Tech on there. Had this thing in a bunch of videos if you want to check them out. Just type in WHOTEEWHO 50 BMG, but definitely make sure that this one's unloaded. Oh, and I'm gonna even look with my eye peepers. Yep, there's definitely nothing in there. This is not a precision trigger by any means. It's actually quite simple how these are made. But let me check the trigger out. Can't have the safety on. Take a guess at it. Do you see all the creep in that trigger? A lot of people think, oh, Barrett 50 BMG. It is not like some kind of fancy precision trigger. It is just like a clunky mechanical. Ooh, that's got a funky break on it. I like a trigger that doesn't creep at all. One stage trigger that just, there's a wall and then boom, clean break. This is mushy as all get out. Worst trigger we've had in the video all day. I'm not saying I hate Barrett's, but I'm just saying, compared to everything else we've had, this is the worst trigger. What's the weight going to be though? It's hard to judge the weight because that trigger moves so much before the break. It's probably somewhere in the 3s, maybe 3 pounds even. Get this gauge on it. Nah, it's heavier than 3. I can't even get that to break hardly. 4 and 3 ounces. 4 pounds 3 ounces. Heaviest trigger of the day. That's surprising. Oh, that was 5. Wow. It's hard to measure this one exact. The trigger's super wide too. 5 again. So that the Barrett's got a 5-pound trigger. Not much to these things. You take them apart real easy. 412. I didn't grab a good spot on the trigger that time. Last one. So heaviest trigger, or if you want to call it worst trigger of the day, Barrett. 4.9 that time. But I suppose you probably don't want a hair trigger on your Barrett 50, you think? But hey, 30 pounds on that thing. Appreciate you guys watching. Again, big shout out to Chris for sending this in to us so we could use it. This is going to be in tons of videos. But yeah, we've got some real light triggers around 6 ounces, and then we got up close to 5 in that last one there. But hey, appreciate you watching. Let me know what you like your triggers set at in the comments down below. If you haven't already, make sure you go check out WHOTEEWHO.com. We got hats up there, we got shirts up there, we got a free newsletter, we got all kind of stuff on WHOTEEWHO.com. You don't want to miss out on. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you're subscribed, got that bell rung. See you guys on the next one. This was a fun one. Hooty-hoo.
Load it up and get it all as soon as you can.